Hello, welcome to today's video lesson. We're going to talk about integers, exponents, and orders of operations. In part 1, we're going to look just at the integers and the exponents. What we need to talk about is an exponent, if you recall, is repeated multiplication. So when it says evaluate -5 squared, that means I'm going to multiply 5 twice. So the 2 means multiply twice, so I'm actually going to do -5 times -5. And based on my multiplication rules, -5 times -5 is going to be positive 25. Similarly, for -2 cubed, I'm going to have -2 times itself 3 times. Now I'm not multiplying by 3, I'm multiplying it 3 times. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8, and due to my multiplication rules, there are 3 negative signs, so it's going to be -8. Let's look at example 2. We're going to get something a little different here. For number 2, I have -8 squared, which is -8, times -8, because it's being multiplied twice, equals positive 64. This is a little different. My negative is on the outside. Well, when it's on the outside and there's no parentheses, it means the opposite of. So we'd say this as the opposite of 5 squared. So what we need to first do is 5 times 5, which is 25. And then we need to apply the opposite. So it's -25. Okay, let's go look at a couple of examples. Alright, let's look at A, C, and E together. So here what we're going to do is we have -5 squared, so -5 squared is -5 times -5, which is going to give me 25. Here I have -2 cubed, which is -2 times -2 times -2, which gives me -8. For letter C, I have -4 to the third power, which is -4 times -4 times -4. -4 times -4 is 16, times 4 is 64, and it's negative. Since there were 3 negatives, my answer is negative. And -9 squared is -9 times -9, which equals positive 81. For letter E, it says evaluate -9 squared again, so it's -9 times -9 equals 81. It's an equal sign. Alright, and lastly, I've got this 6 squared, and I've got the negative on the outside. It means I need to find the opposite of 6 squared. The opposite of 6 squared. So this is going to be 6 times 6 equals 36. And the opposite of positive 36 is negative 36. And then I want to look at letter D, the top one, because we haven't seen this one yet. So again, I have this opposite of negative sign right here. So I'm going to find the opposite of -2 cubed. So first I'll do -2 cubed. -2 times -2 times -2, which is -8. And then I need to find the opposite of -8. So I can actually think of it as multiplying it by -8. So the opposite of -8, which equals positive 8. Okay, go ahead and do B, part D, or D, part 2, and F on your own. Check with a neighbor. Good luck.